anya eva punar gantā gater yadi vikalpyate gamanāṁ syād gantur gantā syād gamanaḍ rite.
Anya eva punar gantā gater yadi vikalpyate gamanaṁ syād gantur gantā syād gamanaḍ rite. If, MMK chapter 2 verse 20. If again the goer were conceived to be altogether other than the way to go, there would be an act of going without a goer, and there would be a goer without an act of going. So this one is the opposite side of the argument from the previous verse. So the previous verse says that agent and action are not identical, and this verse says neither are they different. So in this sense, this is affirmation of the principle that not that you are what you become, what you practice, but it's negation of the negation of that. If someone says that you are not what you practice, practicing is no use, because you are still, a leopard doesn't change his spots, and however much you practice the Wispada, you're still going to be a miserable old bugger, because that's just the essence of who you are. That isn't true either. That's why Ron recommended me to do in his own indirect way. He thought it would be useful for this practice of translating and commenting on MMK if I looked at Ron Murdoch's example on YouTube of how to practice a Wispada, beginning with thinking up, which is taken as read among Alexander people, and then thinking something which brings a smile behind the eyes, a smile of amusement, sort of seeing the joke, seeing it all as a sort of a big joke. It might be a bad joke, but yeah, black humour is when the shit hits the fan, black humour is a useful thing to have on your side. So, if yadi, again, punar, the goer, gantā, were conceived, vikalpyate, so that's as in verse 14, the passive of viklip, to conjecture, to suppose, to conceive. To be altogether other, anya eva. Other is anya, different, other. Eva, emphatic. So the goer, gantā, is nominative singular masculine, and anyaha, nominative singular masculine, the H with a dot underneath it is dropped before eva, anya eva. If yadi, again, punar, the goer, gantā, were conceived, vikalpyate, to be altogether other, anya eva, than the way to go, that's ablative of gati is gatehe, and that before yadi that becomes gater. Altogether other than the way to go, anya eva gater. Anya eva punar gantā, gater yadi vikalpyate. If again the goer were conceived to be altogether other than the way to go. So in other words, if the poor miserable sap who's practicing the Wispada, if when that's going on, the misery guts and the Wispada are altogether other are totally different from each other, are separate things, practitioner and practice. In that case, gamanaṁ syād gantur, gamanaṁ, act of going, there is an act of going, nominative singular, there is an act of going. Syād is optative, so there would be. Syād is optative, third person singular optative of as, to be. So gamanaṁ syād, there would be an act of going. Erte, without, and that takes the ablative. So the ablative of gantā is gantuhu. Gantuhu is ablative and genitive of gantā. So in this case, it's ablative. Erte gantuhu, without a goer. Gamanaṁ syād erte gantur, there would be an act of going without a goer. Gantā syād gamanād erte, gantā syād, again, there would be a goer. Gantā, nominative singular masculine, there would be a goer. Gamanād, ablative singular of gamana, act of going. Gamanād, erte, before erte becomes gamanād. Gamanād erte, without an act of going. Gamanaṁ syād erte gantur, gantā syād gamanād erte. There would be an act of going without a goer, and there would be a goer without an act of going. So I shall put a link on the description below here to Ron Murdoch's video where he explains the whispered R on YouTube. And so that what this verse is saying is that when Ron Murdoch is doing that whispered R, if Ron Murdoch and his practice of the whispered R were conceived to be altogether different from each other, so the whisperer and the whispering were, so the whisperer were altogether other than the whispering, there would be whispering without a whisperer, and there would be a whisperer without an act of whispering. And that clearly isn't true. If you watch Ron Murdoch doing whispered R, you will see that there is no difference, there's no separation between the whisperer and the act of whispering. Anya eva punar gantā, gater yadi vikalpyate, gamanaṁ syād gantur, gantā syād gamanād. If, again, the goer were conceived to be altogether other than the way to go, there would be an act of going without a goer, and there would be a goer without an act of going. So again, it's the middle way. The practitioner and the practice are not the same. It's not true that one becomes what one practices, but neither are the practitioner and the practice different.
anya eva punar gantā, yadi vikalpyate, gamanaṁ syād gantur, gantā syād gamanād.